Good morning. It's great to see all of you. I know that each of you that are here know that this is a very impactful part of our state budget, and I'm just going to take just a moment to tell you that much work was done, and through found savings and the generosity of other components of our budget, we are going to make a profound statement today, particularly about behavioral health. So Governor Kemp gave us a great budget to build on. Thank you to Michael, the House Budget and Research Office, especially Martha and Christine, our Speaker, Chairman England, every subcommittee chairman, and each of you that are serving on the committee. We're taking a great step forward to do much with found savings, as I said. So let's get started. You should all have tracking sheets, I believe. We'll start with adult addictive diseases. At 15.1.1, to restore the funds for hepatitis C projects. This is a full restore from the 21 cuts. This will allow, in 2020, 14,000 were screened and 41 substance abuse treatment clinics statewide were affected by this. The next is at point 2, to increase funds for core services to promote equity among all of our partners. This impacts 11 providers at 100%. An additional 2,189 persons will be served per year. Next, if you will go down to 15.2.5, this will be to annualize the SUNS for a behavioral health crisis center for individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities. We put the startup funds in, the amended, and this will be the 16-bed center, a first of its kind in our entire nation, to serve individuals with intellectual and developmental disabilities who also have a mental health crisis, and to try to tamp down that crisis and give them the best of care. The next is at point 6, which will increase the funds for a 5% rate increase for intellectual and developmental disability providers. This is pending approval by the Centers of Medicare and Medicaid Services. It will be a $12,343,735 increase. This is pending approval, as I said, but if not, then the department will be charged with a plan for some sort of rate increase for providers using these state funds. The next, at point 7, will be to restore funds for non-waiver services and family support. This was a very painful cut. This will be impactful. It will be felt immediately. $4,665,799. It's a full restore of the 21 cut. This will be felt immediately by each and every one of those families. At point 8, this is also a pending final approval by CMS, and it will reflect the intent. Many of you who are here or participated or watched our hearings heard from many people who are challenged. So this is the Appendix K to time-limited rate increase for providers serving the IDD population, including adult day centers. This is a language statement in our budget. The next, at point 9, is also about language. About 3.5 hours of our hearing involved many family members who were truly hurting, dealing with about 188 of them who at that time were facing challenges of a different possibility of services to their loved ones. It is also language at this point because it is going to reflect the intent to continue to serve these individuals with follow-up that includes the best of services available to our state. We are actually the only state right now who allows this type of delivery at 24/7. So we've been told that it has to change, but there has been a request for an extended approval of transition time to make sure that they are impacted in the least way possible. This will also require a report to be made to the chairs of House Appropriations, Human Resources, and the Senate Appropriations, Human Development, and Public Health Subcommittee on how this population is continuing to be cared for. The next is at 15.3.3, to increase funds for 6 forensic peer mentors. $621,630. This will strengthen the workforce and provide valuable transition and reentry support, particularly for citizens released from incarceration. The next is under Adult Mental Health Services, 15.4.4, to provide funds to support the 988 National Suicide Prevention Lifeline transition that is required by September 21, I believe, is when this must be in place. Georgia is ahead a little bit because we already have some of that in our own support line, but this is going to be important that we meet that in a timely manner. So this is $114,039. At point 5, to provide funds for suicide prevention related to the COVID-19 pandemic. This is $177,748. These are big numbers, y'all, as you can all realize. This is a very good thing for us. This is going to be very important. It also provides our first epidemiologist to work full-time on suicide prevention. And then at point 6, to increase core services to promote equity among our providers, which is a $6,486,247,000. It is for 12 providers and will add an additional 5,226 individuals per year that Georgia can help. The next is at point 8, under Child and Adolescent Mental Services. This will increase and accelerate the expansion of the existing Georgia APEX program by $2 million. It's a very important program to deal with early intervention and prevention in our schools. At 15.8.2, we will provide funds for mental health and suicide prevention training in our schools as well. This will focus on adverse childhood experiences, ACEs, QPR, question, persuade, and refer, and youth mental health, first aid. This additional training will help recognize warning signs early, not only in students that are in school, but who might be learning virtually right now. And that is the last of our ads in behavioral health. I want to make it well known to each of you, though, how much I appreciate you and everyone else that worked on this, because what this means is a $36.3+ million add to this component of our budget. It's big, and it will help so many people, so thank you for your work. Next, we'll go to the Department of Human Services, where there is one addition. At 28.5.1, under Child Welfare Services. This will restore funds for the contracts for educational services with the Multi-Agency Alliance for Children, MAC. This will restore about 1/2 of the funds that were cut. It is $951.7 thousand. Very important. These are the educational impacts for children in foster care. There are no further changes in veterans, and so that is what we were able to do. Are there any questions? If not, I will entertain a motion. Thank you. We have a motion and a second.
I second it.
Thank you, thank you. All in favor, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposition by like sign. I'm grateful to say that it has passed, and we will move forward with our part of the budget. We are adjourned.